purchased some mushrooms, freshly picked. 2 portions for the psychonaut in your life. At that point the whole thing stopped and split, and I felt myself vibrate on such a humming level you can hear, and then it goes past the ears and you're zipping through, and as I'm travelling up, I'm travelling through different dimensions that I've been through before. You'll all see the one where the snake is biting his tail, and that's the metaphor I want to leave you with, and that's it. The snake's head has all the information, we have all the information. So we go from the higher dimension down to this lower dimension, and we're drawn to try and find out the information which we already know, and all we're going to get is confirmation of what we already know. Greeting from Gilly Air. 10 days in, officially chilled out and dimensionally realigned. So I'll be making a few videos while I'm here. Hope to entertain and educate, or just enlighten. That's it. Greetings from Lombok. Just purchased some mushrooms, freshly picked. 2 portions for the psychonaut in your life. It might be me. So I'm just about to drop them in a little juice bomb. Sit and watch the sunset over there. And may be on the other island for the sunrise, depending on how strong they are. Hopefully, that'll be all good. It'll be all good. There is no bad. Alright, catch you. Hello from a very hot Gilly Air. This is my this will be my last video. I'm going to try and. This was all new to me, talking to the camera. It's easier if somebody asks you a question and you can relay what your thoughts are. So I'll try and clarify most of what I've done. A lot of it has been it's a work in progress. You know, every time you go in, you're learning something else. So for me to try and tell you the definitive guide to the DMT reality and the ins and outs doesn't work like that. So I've done, basically, there's one guy who's left some comments and he talks about don't do drugs. Hallucinogenics, okay, the drugs in the sense that you've been told that they're the worst thing in the world. But this reality is upside down, right? Society is not what you think it is, okay? It's a control system. Hallucinogenics are good for you. Abuse of hallucinogenics, of course, they're going to create problems. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about using hallucinogenics to open up and fulfill your true potential. Okay? It's not an argument. There's 2 sides of the coin. There's two separate views, and your view is your view. So it isn't my view. Right. Right, the bigger picture. So I took mushrooms here the other day, and when I went in, what I understand now and what happens with me is each time you go into the DMT realm, the ether, the astral planes, the higher dimensions, whatever you want to call them, whatever you think they're called. That's by the by, that doesn't matter. When you go far, further than you've been before, then it's like a marker in the sand, and you can go back to that place. It's just about zipping yourself, getting yourself so tuned into the thing that you're into. So I take the mushrooms the other day and lays on the bed. After an hour or something, start my experience. Just very much like the DMT realm. You enter the chamber. There's 3 guards, gods, whatever you want to call them, and they're the gatekeepers. And if you're not ready for the next journey, the next advancement, then that's as far as they'll let you go. Otherwise, because I've been there many times, they test you. They do a testing on you where you, I don't know how to do it, scan you or how you, I don't know what to do, to check how high you're vibrating, and then you open up and you feel yourself buzzing and vibrating at a higher frequency. You're travelling in frequency, that's what's happening. I ended up in, it looked like a big football stadium. I thought, this is weird, I haven't been here before. As I went in, I saw my ex-mother and father-in-law, and I thought, shit, I didn't know they died. I mean, they're old now, in the 70s, but I didn't realise they died. Because they were floating towards me, they were smiling, and I thought, why am I meeting them? Then I saw my ex-wife, who was very close to them, and then I realised they weren't dead. I was in the library of my life, and the library of my life, I saw them and they were smiling at me, and then my ex came in beside them, and then the 3 of them drifted away down this river. They were gone down this river, and I understood I was letting go, maybe of bad feeling, or being misunderstood, or the emotions that we're holding on that we don't even realise we're holding on to. As I saw them move down the river away from me, I got it, you know, I am understanding this is my. So I thought about my mother, who died when I was 19, 30 years ago. You know what, I couldn't find her. I couldn't bring one image into my mind, one memory, just me and her. I don't know if that's a block, I don't know. I didn't dwell on it. I thought, okay, it's not there, it's not there. But then I saw 3 older kids, 28, 27, 23, 24, and they were in a light form, almost like stick people, and they were stood on the hill, and they were smiling, but they were united as they are in their feelings for me, which are great. And I couldn't get any closer to them. They pushed me away, and I was moving away from them. I accepted it, and I moved on. As I travelled around this stadium, I realised it was also my body, and I jokingly said, who's in control of the apartment for my dick? At that point the whole thing stopped and split, and I felt myself vibrate on such a humming level. You can hear, and then it goes past the ears, and you're zipping through, and as I'm travelling up, I'm travelling through different dimensions that I've been through before. There's infinite dimensions, there's infinite realities and realms within this structure that you visit, the alien worlds, the alien people that live in that exist in these realities that are just as real to them as this reality is to us. Okay, it's not like they're this shadow thing. As I I felt myself zipping and humming, and then almost went above the dome, broke through into this. There was three people, with a man, two men, and one woman. We sat like this around this table, just three beings on these seats, and they said, they didn't say it, I just knew they were the creator of this reality. They weren't my overseers, but they were the overseers of everything. I'm not saying they're God, I'm not saying they're it's not religion. It's three people, two men, one woman. But to get to that highest state, you have to be at the highest point of that you possibly can on your spiritual journey. You're tuning in. And I stayed there for a while, and I couldn't stay any longer, and then I drifted out. I went into other experiences that weren't profound, so I don't really need to go into it. Came out. Mostly when you have mushrooms, you have the visuals, and this was a 2-hour thing that was in, came out, and then come and watch the sunset. So it cleared up. Since I've come to Bali and the surrounding islands, I've had a lot of clearing. I've cleared a lot of shit, man. I've sat and literally had to think about nothing apart from trying to put everything into some sort of order of what this thing is. What I didn't mention last time when I was doing the videos was I felt like it was going mad. When I had the interdimensional beings coming through my wall, okay, and I was wide awake like this, I knew that I wasn't nuts. I'm not nuts. I'll have a conversation. I've got to go to work when I go back. But none of this is about me going slightly mad. This is about me trying to understand how dimensional beings can come through a physical wall. And me understanding all this stuff then says to me, which I said when I went to bed, and many times I said to my higher self or my spirit guides or my overseers, you give me all this information, we're putting this into I'm not the president, I can't put this out to everybody, so you're putting all this information into my mind. I don't want to go crazy trying to work. When you see this in your 3D reality, and then you try to make sense of it, but nobody seems to have the answers to it, you start to go, am I going mad? I'm not mad. So that's it. So right, so I put it on. We're always moving forward to relearn what we already know. This is the thing. We're all of us that do DMT and question where we're going, or why is it so familiar, or why do I feel I've been there before? Because it's you. We've all been there before, because that's our source, right? And we're driven to keep going back there. Maybe like a longing for your mother, right? Or a longing for a lost loved one that you feel attached to. We have an attachment to it. Just some of us have a stronger attachment to it, and that's what wakes us up in this reality. Okay? So it's all about being awake and understanding what your true power is. Because once you get that, the rest of it falls into place. Okay? To leave the last, I'm going to get Paul to put up an image. You'll all have seen it. It's the one where the snake is biting his tail, and that's the metaphor I want to leave you with, and that's it. The snake's head has all the information. We have all the information. So we go from the higher dimension down to this lower dimension. Then we're drawn to try and find out the information which we already know, and all we're going to get is confirmation of what we already know, and that's it. You already know it all. You need to be seeing it to understand it, because nobody wants to just go being told, you know it already, right? we ultimately want to see it for ourselves. If you send me questions, I'll signpost you to what I know and how I've done it, okay, and you are able to do the same thing. Right? I'm no more special than anybody else, because we're all reflections of each other, of that one thing. A big ocean, bucket of water, is still the ocean. That's all we are. We're all just the same thing. We ain't colour, we're not religion, we're not English, we're not anything. We're just spiritual beings experiencing this reality. More people on this planet got that. This planet, this existence could be so beautiful for so many people. It isn't. If I wake up, it's my purpose to tell people, I'm laying it out there, right? I've picked some beautiful settings because we're on holiday. Would it have the same impact if I was sat in my front room at home and I was pasty white, drinking a cup of tea and chocolate biscuits? Now, there's probably a little bit more impact here. Hope you don't think I'm up myself, because I'm not. Right? I think that's pretty much all I need to say. I've got trip reports, but I'm not really into them because it's an individual thing. Like I say, I can tell you about things that have happened to me and you might be amazed, or you might go, whoopie-doo. So they're an individual thing. They might never resonate with you because it's not your path, it's not your journey. You're an individual. Whatever is happening, you're learning. What I will say is, don't ignore the synchronicities, right? It's the universe giving you a nudge and telling you it's time to wake up. When you do get these, whether it's 11:11, 22:22, or you think of a song and the song comes on, or whatever the thing is that you go, wow, that's beyond coincidence. It's beyond coincidence. That's what it is. It's your higher self trying to nudge you. Accept it. Put a thumbs up and you will get it, and you'll get more, and you'll get more, and that is you on your path. That's it. That's what I did. You will then leave the negative people behind because you just can't deal with them anymore, because you don't need to. You're sick of explaining yourself. It's all about you. It's their issues, it's not yours, okay? It's not easy to do, and it's challenging at times, and you question your own, like I said, you question your own sanity, your own, but there is only you, okay? So I really hope I've really enjoyed these conversations with myself. And I look forward to hopefully talking again. When I've got something worth talking about, I'll put it out there. Blessings. Thank you very much for listening.